Welcome to another week of Sports Commentary Aptitude. I am John Apicello, WSLS 10 Sports Director. This week we tackle the college football playoff. Now, it's a one-year, right-now problem, so let's have at it, shall we? Let's talk about the rankings. The CFP expands to 12 teams next year, and the arguments will still happen, but they're going to be different. For now, the committee quandary is this. Should they do the right thing or the competitive thing when choosing the final four teams, right? Latest rankings. I know conference titles are still on tap. I understand that, so there are still some games to be played. But Florida State is not a top four team anymore after losing their starting quarterback, Jordan Travis. If they somehow scrape by Louisville like they did Florida with a backup quarterback, you do not need to put them in. The reason is simple. They aren't the team that won all those games. They aren't one of the four best. Now, if it's four most deserving, then sure, honor them by giving them the four spot, then they get the right to lose to Georgia by 40. But if you want the four best, Florida State's not one of them, even if they finish with a perfect record. The Gators are a below average team by any stretch, and they needed some late game heroics to edge Florida, right? If you want the best matchups, folks, it's gotta be one of the one-loss teams in addition to three undefeated teams. Florida State would be a double-digit underdog to at least four of them. It's got to be one-loss Ohio State or one-loss Alabama or a one-loss Texas team or even a one-loss Oregon team. They all have flaws, but they are intact, where the Noles are not. So the question remains, best four or best season accomplishment four? That's what the committee needs to decide. I, for one, would prefer the best four so we get a true national champion, of course, after Saturday's games are played. But that's just my opinion. I've been wrong before.